Hello students. So today we are with the next chapter and the name of the chapter is Number Patterns, which is chapter number 7 from your textbook. So what is a number pattern? You know what are numbers, right? Positive numbers are there, negative numbers are there, even fractions are there. There are many numbers. So a number pattern basically is the way a number changes in a series of number. That means when a series of number or a set of number is given, like for example 2, 4, 6, 8, like that, how each number is changing with respect to the adjacent number or the very next number. That is what is a number pattern. So we will see in detail what is a number pattern and what is a number sequence. Number sequence and number patterns are the two main topics in this chapter. So here today we will be learning the first topic, that is the number sequence. Okay. So first topic for your chapter is number sequence. So I'll start with an example. Here you can see I have written or I have given a number sequence 2, 5, 8, 11, 14, etc. And on the top you can see I have written first term, second term, third term, like that. What's the meaning of that? The first number is called the first term. The second number is called the second term. Third number is called the third term. That means in a number sequence, a term is a number, any number in a number sequence. It can be any number in a number sequence. So a number in a number sequence is called term, and according to the position we are calling it as first, second, third, etc. Okay. Now the next one is rule. So what's the rule? The numbers in a number sequence are governed by specific rules. That means how the first term is related to the second term and how the second term is related to the third term. This relation between each adjacent terms is called as rules. Okay. Now coming back to the example, here the first term is 2, second term is 5, third term is 8 and fourth term is 11. So how can 2 become 5? By observation you can know that 2 becomes 5 by adding 3. Similarly, how 5 becomes 8? Yes, by adding 3. So basically here the rule is you are adding 3 to each term. Correct? So you can say that the rule for this number sequence is add 3 to each term. So now can you tell me the sixth term? Yes, it will be 14 plus 3 again. What is 14 plus 3? 17. Yes. Now I'll give you the next example. Here you can see what's the first term? Minus 22. Second term is minus 18. Third term is minus 14. Then minus 10. Minus 6. So now tell me how minus 22 can become minus 18. Yes, you have to add 4 to it. Correct? Similarly, minus 18, when you add 4, you will get minus 14. Similarly, minus 14, if you add 4, you will get minus 10. Correct? So here what is the rule? Yes, add 4 to each term. Okay? So basically in a number sequence like this, simple sequence like this, there is no specific method to find the rule. By observation and by practice, you have to answer the questions. You have to find the rule. So when you practice more on seeing the sequence itself, you can tell, yeah, this is the rule. Yeah, this is the rule, like that. Okay. So again, I'll give you example for finding the rule. Okay. Now you can go through the example number 3. 256, 128, 64, 32, 16, etc. So here you can see again the first number and second number. See, when you see the number itself, we can tell that the first number is a bigger number, correct? And the second number is a smaller number when compared to first number. So, in order to make a bigger number to smaller number, what are the main operations? Yes, either it will be a subtraction or it will be a division, correct? So again, you can see the other terms also. 128 is the second term and the third term is 64. And the next fourth term is 32. So there is a huge difference between the terms. So think of a division only. Only a division can make this kind of huge variations. So now just see the first thing, 256, 128, 64, 32 again. So again by reading and observation you can see that the number is changing by division with 2. It's just half, correct? So just if you divide each term by 2, you will get the next term. So fifth term is 16. So what will be the sixth term? Yes, it will be 8. Correct? So what is the rule basically here? The rule is divide 2 to each term. Okay? Now again I'll give you one example. First term is 5. Second term is 15. Third term is 45. Fourth term 135. Fifth term 405. So actually there is a increase. Yes, increase in terms. So again you can see first term and second term. By seeing itself you can know. What is it? It's a multiplication with 3. Then check with the other numbers. 5 into 3 is 15, you know. What is 15 into 3? Yes, 45. Again 45 into 3. Yes, 135. So what is the rule here? It is multiplying with 3. So the rule here is multiply 3 to each term. Is it clear? Okay. So this is how you find the rule of a number sequence. Your first exercise is these kind of questions. You will be asked to find the rule and maybe you will be asked to write the next term. So if I ask you to write the next term for example number 4, you can write, correct? You have to multiply 405 with 3. That's all. So once if you get the rule, you will be able to answer any questions related to it. Correct? Yes. So we will move on with the first exercise question. All of you please take out your textbook, page number 161. We are going to start with the first question. So please be with your textbook and also take out your pen or pencil because you need to find the rule. I'm going to do it now. Okay? So read the question. What is the question? For each of the following, state a rule and write down the next 2 terms. That means you have to first understand the series, then you have to state the rule and then you have to write down the next 2 terms. According to the rule, you have to write the next 2 terms. Okay? So what's the first question? Yes. 14, 19, 24, 29, 34. So on seeing the sequence, can you guess what's the rule? How 14 can become 19? How? Yes. You can add 5 to it. Here you can see when you add 14 will become 19 by adding 5 to it. Correct? Similarly, 19 plus 5 is what? Yes, 19 plus 5 is again 24. And 24 plus 9, sorry, 24 plus 5? Yes, 29. 29 plus 5? 34. Correct? So what's the rule here? You understood the rule? Yes, the rule is add 5 to each term. Now, the question is you have to write down the next 2 terms as well. So here you can see what is 34 plus 5. when you add plus 5, you will get the next term. What is it? 34 plus 5 is what? Yes, 39. And again, 39 plus 5 will give you the next term. Okay, so the next two terms are 39 and 44. Correct? So add 5 to each term is the rule for this particular sequence. And the next two terms for this is 34 plus 5 is 39 and 39 plus 5 is 44. Clear? Now we'll move with the next question. I'm doing problem number E. Okay, please see the variable which is written there. First question was A. Now we have selected few questions. So I'm doing the E part. Minus 16,384. Then 4,096. Then minus 1,024. Then 256. Then minus 64. 4. So here also you can see the numbers are decreasing. So is it subtraction? No, because there is a huge decrease. So what it will be? Yes, it is division. That is first. The first observation is that this is a division. Okay. Now, how 16,384 can become 4,096? It's not a half. Because when you divide 16,384 by 2, you will get 8,000 something, correct? Yes. So it's not division with 2. Now check. Division with 4 will work, correct? 16,384 with 4 is what? Yes, it is 4,096. But see, here there is a negative number. This is a negative number. Correct? But this is a positive number. So, with the division, how a negative number will become positive? When you divide, yes, when you divide two negative numbers, you will get a positive number. So, 16,384 divided with negative 4 will give 4,096. Correct? Similarly, 4,096, again, when you divide with negative 4, you will get a negative number because a positive number division with negative number will give negative number and division with 4 is 1024. So similar way if you do, you will get the next terms. So what is the rule here? Yes, divide by minus 4 to each term. So now tell me minus 64 divided with minus 4. What is it? Minus 64 by minus 4. It's a positive number. Correct? Because you are dividing a negative number with a negative number. So, first thing is, it is a positive number. And what is 64 by 4? Yes, it is positive 16. And what is the next number after positive 16? Yes, 16 divided by minus 4 is what? Minus 4. Clear? Understood? Yes. Now, the next question. 4, 12, 36, 108, etc. So, again, this is very easy, correct? 4 to 12, what it is? Yes, it is multiplication with 3. And 12 to 36, again it is, yes, multiplication with 3. So, what's the rule here? Yes, it's a multiplication with 3. Multiply by 3 to each term. So, what will be the next two terms? When you multiply 108 with 3, yes, you will get 324. And again, 324, when you multiply with 3, you will get 972. Clear? Okay. Now we will do the next question. Question number 2. For each of the following, write down the next two terms. Okay, this is the second question of the same exercise, same page. Okay, A part. What's the first question? Minus 6, minus 5, minus 3, 0, 4, etc. So minus 6 becoming minus 5. How it is? Yeah, you just need to add 1, correct? Minus 6 to minus 5, you have to add 1, correct? Now, minus 5 to minus 3, is it addition of 1? No, when you add 1, it will be minus 4 only. So what it is here? You are adding? Yeah, you are adding 2 over here. So, there is no generalization for this. There is no rule for this. Okay, you are adding 2. Now again, minus 3 to become 0. What is minus 3? Plus 3? Yes, it is 0. So actually, there is no specific rule. You are adding 1 by 1 the adjacent numbers, or one number greater than the other number. You are adding 1 by 1. You are adding 1, then you are adding 2, then you are adding 3, then you are adding 4. So the question is, write down the next 2 terms. So what will be obviously the next one? Here what will be the rule? Yes, it will be plus 5. And what is 4 plus 5? Yes, 9. And again, the next rule will be what? The 9 plus, again, here it will be, yes, plus 6, correct? Yes. So here you can see the next 2 terms will be 4 plus 5, that is 9, and 9 plus 6, that is 15. Clear? So actually, the second question you can see, it's intermediate level question. That means it's not a simple sequence. That's why these kind of question is coming. So whatever it is, you have to understand what is the basic rule. Okay, here the rule will be what? You are adding 1 number more to the previous number. Okay, so here you can see the first number was plus 1, then that 1 plus 1, here it is 2, so plus 2, then there's 2 plus 1, that is here plus 3, then 3 plus 1 here, plus 4, like that. Similarly, question number D. Here you can see 100, 98, 95, 93, 90, etc. So how 100 will become 98? Yes, it's easy, minus 2, correct? Now, how 98 will become 95? Yes, it's not minus 2, it's what? Minus 3. Yes. Now, how 95 will become 93? Is it minus 4? No, yes, it's just again minus 2. Again, 93 becoming 90. So what it is? Yes, it is minus 3. So here again you can see the rule. You are subtracting minus 2 and minus 3 simultaneously. Correct? So first term you will subtract minus 2, then you will subtract minus 3, then again minus 2, minus 3, like that. So here the next one will be what? You have already done minus 3 here. So the next one will be what? Yes, minus 2. And from that number again the next term will be what? Yes, minus 3. Correct? So what is 90 minus 2? Yes, it is 88. And 88 minus 3. Yes, 85. Clear? So this is how you solve the number sequence kind of questions. Okay? So I'm giving you assignment. So as I told you in the beginning, these kind of questions can be solved by practice and observation. So observation is must. We have done 4 examples, and exercise questions also we have done 5. So we will continue with the next session and the next video, and the next session will be general term of a number sequence. Okay, so hope you understood this session. Thank you so much.